All right, guys. Now is the time to welcome our special guest for this episode of Finding Your Founders Mojo. Today, we are having a very special guest who's a trailblazer, a tech prodigy, a Python programmer, as well as a diploma certification holder in data science. And the most amazing part that he's just a 9-year-old whiz kid who's already built a huge credibility amongst who's who from Indian IT industry, thanks to all his innovative ideas and his bent of mind, wherein he's not only doing something which is very new, but he's also setting up his own entrepreneurial venture, and that too in the space of developing smart toggles under the name of Swayams Smart Wear Technologies. So it's my great pleasure to welcome a very young, dashing entrepreneur, Swayam Sodha, on this show. Welcome, Swayam, to the Finding Your Founders Mojo with me, Satish Kataria.
Thanks, Satish, for your invitation to this podcast. It's my pleasure to talk to you again after I listened to it at the Fiki event. To begin with, let me greet the audience in their respective languages. So, Namaste, Pranam, Adab, Sat Shri Akal, Kem Cho, Kata Ho, Hola, Bonjour, Guten Tag, Ni Hao, and not the least, hello everybody. Thanks for you in advance for landing your ears here.
Thanks, Swayam. That was really very sweet and very interesting. So, Swayam, let's start. People. The whole transformation from being a sweet kid next door to this entire new positioning of being called a tech prodigy, being called a young genius, being called a young achiever, right? And being felicitated at multiple events. How does the entire journey feel?
Well, if someone says Swayam is a genius, well, he's calling himself as a great, as Swayam himself. That was just on a lighter mood. But answering your question on me, well, I'm not affected by any good or bad being said about me. Simply because I do things by my passion and not under any pressure. So, if someone calls me good and loves my work, I accept the positiveness from people like you having me here. But on the other hand, if someone is feeling negative for whatever psychological reasons with my progress and don't like my smile, I can't break my teeth for them. I will still smile. In short, I'm indifferent to what people say and I will continue doing what I love doing. I go with my inner voice, not with the external noise.
Wow. Thanks so much, Swam. Swam, so, before we proceed and before we talk about the deeper shades of entrepreneurship, maybe if you can take few minutes and tell the audience how has been your journey been so far?
Well, interestingly, I learned the human language and machine language simultaneously as a kid. I first did my Python coding when I was 4 years in 2017. It so happened that I was watching an animated serial, Kiko and Super Speedo, in which there was a kid Kiko and a supercar Super Speedo, which was able to talk, entertain, educate, and do many such things. It was a self-driving car. I was very inspired by it. And then the same day, my dad brought me a red color toy car, just looking like that. So I was just searching for buttons, where the buttons to make it interactive, make it talk, make it entertain. Then I asked the same to my dad. Then he laughed. And rather than saying no, he said yes, but we need to build one for ourselves. Then he mindly explained me about Python and other such programming languages. And then immediately Python caught my attention. And since I was very much interested in technology, my parents allowed me to join as many courses on Python as they observed my interest. To me, Python is my most favorite machine language for programming, as it is an object-oriented programming language and it can bring a life into a non-living machine. While I kept on doing a variety of courses on various libraries in Python, then I proceeded with decision trees as well as machine learning modeling for deeper knowledge. Also, I learned Hadoop architecture framework, and I also did a diploma computer and data science out of curiosity, as this word scientist is very dear to me. The idea was not to get the clarity on the insights on these subjects and not to be a professional expert. All these studies was happening up to 2020 during a COVID pandemic, which was a blessing in disguise to us, as online university got opened like never before, and my admission got easy without age barriers or much formalities. Then
Nice.
further in 2021, I came up with an idea for smart glass, which hit me after me and my mom both forgot their phones at home. It was like a digital age of fasting, what we locally call it as upwas, as we can't live without gadgets. So back home, I thought of carrying mobile on the spectacle itself, which we can wear before our eyes and get all the information on glasses, while like in mobile SoCs that is system on chip can be affixed alongside that we can wear by hooking onto our ears. Accordingly, I developed a prototype by detaching a part by part an old Reliance mobile and affixing onto a sunglass I had. It was like a kid's craft work to me at that time. Fortunately, there was the SIA Times of India Premium Exhibition or Innovation, who are looking for innovative ideas for the exhibition in Nehru Center in Mumbai. That was about to happen in early 2022. And my idea with prototype got selected with other senior innovators after I pitched before the jury in December 2021, as I remember. Then in 2022, I studied advanced technologies and shared my knowledge on my YouTube channel, Swayam Sodha Entertainment, a series on 22 futuristic technologies, which I call it as Swayam with Native Futuristic Technologies. That was appreciated by many, and I got many invitations for IT events as a delegate. Following this, I came in touch with a professional HR firm from Bangalore who interviewed me on their video podcast known as The Tech Factor, and this kind of networking journey continued with so many IT conferences and exhibition I attended, like the Future IT Summit, and then at ITCs, and I was fortunate to be a part of G20 MSME Summit of Innovators at Bombay Stock Exchange, and the most remarkable event was at Sahara Star by Economic Times with Lenovo and Intel, where they felicitated me at the stage IT4 SMB. Then recently at FICCI where we met, this is how my journey continues, and I feel lucky to have met many big personalities, celebrities, and government bureaucrats from India and abroad.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I mean, Swam, I think that's a very, very remarkable journey. And I think even entrepreneurs who would be almost 4 or 5x your age, would have not had that kind of experiences and encouragement, from the society and who's who from in the industry. So that's really remarkable. So, Swayam, if I asked it in the other way, right? You are doing so many things at such a young age, and you are trying to set up your own venture around this innovation of yours, which you're building, which is the smart glasses. What does business and entrepreneurship mean to you?
Well, sure. Firstly, thanks for your compliments. But as I said earlier, I'm indifferent to good or bad comments. Important to me is what values I can create for people around the world. For me, this is just to give value and get valuations with good wishes, of course. And then, honestly speaking, I'm not a businessman and I have not done business so far. But yes, from what I understand by looking at my dad and other people I've met so far, is that entrepreneurship is about taking risk venture. Like my dad, Swayams Sodha, who consistently try hard to build an organization and running on a productive idea for profit out of value created products or services that we can offer to others. I think this is the true entrepreneurship. On the other hand, there are short-sighted businessmen who may only know to exploit resources and circumstances for their personal gain without taking much risk. According to me, these are not entrepreneurs, although they may hold a big position in the business world. Sorry if I've hurt someone's feeling, but you can treat it as my personal view and be indifferent to what people say. All I would like to say is be entrepreneurs by keeping continuous innovation in mind and not just money or idea lender type businessman sitting at a corner there.
Wow, interesting. I think that's a very interesting perspective on entrepreneurship coming from someone who's as young as you. And I'm sure that this message will go out to a lot of founders and entrepreneurs out there, who may have a very wrong perception of what entrepreneurship is all about. So thanks for that, those insights and inputs from you, Swayam. So Swayam,
Yeah.
who inspired you to take this journey? I'm sure your parents, your family must have played a very, very significant role in helping you to pursue your dreams like this, right? So, how do you think, the parents should be able to encourage their kids to take up this kind of an entrepreneurship journey? What are your thoughts on that?
Actually, my source of inspiration were my parents. They have always sacrificed and supported me with my thoughts and given me the space I required to pursue my idea and passion, even at the cost of failures at time and money. And I think all other kids of my age also should get their space to do their things on distinct forte. I think there'll be champions all around the society. Maybe someone earns the Olympic medal in sports, someone may be the best singer, dancer, doctor, and etc. That depends on his distinct forte.
Hmm.
Problem seems like comparing and becoming like someone and not self, which is Swayam. So I suggest be Swayam, but not necessarily like myself Swayam.
Right, right. Interesting. So, talking further into your journey, right? How do you balance the passion of your technology, the whole interest in building your venture, what you're doing, and following the norms of the society, which could be, let's say, attending a regular school or getting to play with other kids of your age, right? So, how do you manage to balance these very different things?
Sure. Currently, as it's like school vacation, so I have all the time in the world. But otherwise, also, there are not much issues with balancing my coding passion with my schoolwork, as I work my plan and plan my work. To share with you my formula for balancing, we have set hours for school, study, technology classes, and rest of the day for playing with my friends and coding as I feel at leisure. So there's no seriousness on the time management front. But yes, if we are talking about the product development challenges, there are plenty. As I'm working on futuristic products yet to be tested on both technical front as well as branding for market demand. But what come, what may, nothing is impossible if we pronounce it as I am possible.
Right, right. And also, coming specifically to the business challenges that you're facing, while you're building this interesting futuristic product of the smart glasses. So,
Yeah.
where are you at that stage, and what are the areas that you think you still need some help on?
So firstly, the value of an idea lies in using it. The biggest challenge in business is not the completion or the thing. It is what goes inside your own head. As I said, business challenges are bound to come for an innovator, and that's what keeps us going. In fact, I don't stop working because of problems in it, nor I dream for success. I simply do karma and work for it. I believe problems are the fuel that ignites the engine of a car and keeps it going. Well, to talk about my practical challenges in my case of a smart glass, I have basic resources, but that's not sufficient. I need knowledge of people around to help me initially. You see, it's a complicated project, and as I need to develop software in Python, as the choice of libraries for AR and IoT related stuff to programming is a challenge by itself.
Right.
Further, more difficult is to measure the failure and analysis with testing. It as we go through number of cycles in DevOps journey. On the other hand, that collaboration with like-minded techie people is another matter to deal with psychology and mindset, while commercializing with branding in market and organization formation is another such tough task. So this is a journey of challenges which are actually opportunities of any enterprising innovator, and I'm not the only Swayam. My advice to all will be that the best investment is in tools of your own business. Just there and go get.
Right. Interesting. Interesting. Also, Swayam, while we all talk about and we really kind of over promote the idea of success and the journey of entrepreneurship, right? But one very critical part is all about failure, because entrepreneurship journey is always a journey of ups and downs, right? So in
Yeah.
that case, how do you keep yourself motivated? What does success and failure means to you?
Well, we have touched this in our discussion to some extent, but let me add on what keeps me motivated. And the answer is every day is a new beginning, and I try to do things differently. Even if I failed yesterday, so these small failures itself are motivators, and it's a matter of a perception to try again with a difference. Just like the sun is always present and does not set, it is only our earth that rotated on the other side to cause the night followed by another day. So these are new failures that passes giving us new experiences and learning. Talking personally, I admit and permit myself to fail so that one day I can succeed. If we keep this in our head and do our karma without bothering for fruits, as explained in Bhagavad Gita, the manual of life, I think there are no problems ultimately, and the God Himself keeps us motivated, even if things are not working initially. That's my
Wow.
approach and the answer to your question.
Yeah. No, that's really inspiring, and I would say a very very deep answer to the question, Swayam. Swayam,
Yeah.
if you were to get an opportunity to speak with our honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, right, and if you
Sure.
can suggest him two things that he can change in India, so that we can see more and more child entrepreneurs like you, getting an opportunity to work on their ideas, to launch their ideas, instead of falling into a regular system of schooling and just trying to score high and nothing else. What will be those two things that you will like to speak with honorable Prime Minister of India?
Yeah, sure. So, firstly, coincidentally, my birthday coincides with our PM's birthday on 17th of September.
Wow, that's
Anyway,
interesting.
if I have to suggest on a couple of things that could be done for betterment of other kids, it's to do with the education system. Currently, we learn from books and get grades based on our memory power. But with my kind of ideas, these big data memory work is already in the cloud with the RAM, ROM, SQL, NoSQL, AI, and etc. And so, if India is to lead and create more and more innovators and make in India innovation products, we should create special schools for creative thinkers who can build things with their visualization. We do have license for sports school, filmmakers. Then why not a school for futuristic innovators with high-tech
Hmm.
facilities and supporting environment? In this context, I'd like to suggest developing such ecosystem surroundings that few of us may actually live and with future technology world. Basically, giving recognition with good governance for School of Innovation is that I would like to advise to our social and political thinkers to do it in India.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So coming to my last question, I'm sure that this episode will be inspiring a lot of young entrepreneurs as well as old entrepreneurs, to kind of look at their journey from a very different angle, right? So are there any final messages or final words that you would like to leave with us?
Sure. At the end, I like to say that read good books like Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana as there's so much of inspiration characters as well as scientific advancement there. Personally, I've seen it on TV and repeat to see on YouTube as well for inspiration of great master like Shri Krishna, focused Arjun and Eklavya, then intelligence with commitment of Hanumanji and so on. Perhaps this is why we say research and not just search. So to say we are trying to find the lost treasure of knowledge. To give you an example, during Ramayana epic, an aeroplane was already discovered that can travel faster than the wind force. It was referred to as Pushpak Viman. Also, what we are trying to achieve with the 4D and such other technology already existed. So we have to do research which is believed to be futuristic but with its roots in past. So let's go back to future.
Awesome.
And
I think,
innovate.
yeah. So thanks, Swam. I think it was really very interesting, insightful, and wonderful chatting with you. I think I really like your perspectives on life, on reading, on entrepreneurship, on success. And I think there are so many lessons that you are leaving us today with. And I think that's a sign of a true innovator. And in my understanding, you are truly one entrepreneur that I will definitely look out for and keep looking out for, and wishing you all the best in this exciting journey. And I think today is not just me, but the whole of country, which is with you in wishing you all the best on this exciting journey. And we'll definitely look forward to the day that where we can all wear your smart glasses, and those smart glasses become a global rage and not just in India. So with that, all the
Thank
best.
you very much.
And yeah, bye. All the best.
Bye.